How are we starting this thing?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I've forgotten how we do podcasts. Like, it has been so long, Matt. Like, think about this. The last time that we recorded a podcast was probably around 2017, 2018. Like, I haven't been really in the games industry or covering the games industry for, well, since then, right? And, like, a lot's changed. Like, there's been games that have come out, and, like, I was just hoping if you could just help me get up to speed with some of the games, right? Because there's been a lot. So just let me know, how's Anthem doing?
Great. It's magnificent. Oh. It got all the flowers it fully deserved. Good. No, it's dead. It's dead. Anthem died. We had many high hopes. They were all dashed to pieces on the rocks of commerce.
Cool. Okay.
The BioWare. We can probably tackle most of this now. The BioWare that you and I once loved.
Yes.
No.
Okay. No. All right. Let's move on from that then. Fine. How was Scalebound? Like, that was.
Can you? Oh man. Like, I wasn't aware that this was going to make me feel things. I wasn't.
Right? What? Why?
I wasn't aware this segment was going to make me feel things. I haven't gotten over Scalebound, man. Like, Scalebound never happened. Hideki Kamiya never came through. We never got Platinum Games making Dragon Extraordinary awesomeness on Xbox. We just.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
It never happened, buddy. It never happened.
Fine. Move on then, right? So, let's think. Surely, Beyond Good and Evil 2's out. Like, that's been in development for ages. Like, surely.
Oh boy, where do we even start with unpacking all of the awfulness around Ubisoft?
Okay, so that's a no then. Okay, right. Has anything
get the lawyers? We don't have any. We don't have enough lawyers to start talking about that stuff.
What about? Okay, surely The Wolf Among Us 2 is finally here. I can play through that. I can get my Bigsby. Like, anything?
All I will say is that the pandemic destroyed more than more than we thought.
Things. Like, is this where we're at? We're not like right. Okay, that's it. Right, I can't take this. I'm gonna make this statement right now. Right, to you and anyone else who's watching this. Right, I refuse to talk about the gaming news until Bobby Kotick is removed as head of Activision.
Well.
Not doing it.
Well. I've got some good news for you, Carl.
Oh.
Yeah. The Bobby is no more. Well, no, he is still alive. He's not dead. He's not dead. But
legally,
Activision got bought by Microsoft, man.
Oh well,
Microsoft owns everything.
That was too expected.
Yeah, Bethesda, Activision, they own Call of Duty now. Their whole philosophy is let's put games on everything. Your toaster is an Xbox. Although that may be changing. But yeah, He's gone. Halo's coming to PlayStation, man. Halo's coming to PlayStation, man. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy, topsy-turvy world.
In that case, let's record a goddamn podcast.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Matthew.
It's been a hot minute since the Game Pass existed. In many ways, we are necromancers.
That's a good one. I was going to go with like Cocoon. Like, we've been in a cocoon. Steve Guttenberg has come along and helped us become like reborn.
I love it. But the Game Buzz is back.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, we're here. We're going to do a weekly deep dive. We're going to dive in as we always used to.
Mm-hmm.
Arse first, like a beautiful pixelated cannonball into the ocean of gaming news.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you, man. The most soothing voice on the internet is, as a man long ago, many moons ago, once said. It's good to hear your mellifluous tones once more.
And you as well. Like, I mean, I'm glad that you've been keeping busy and you're no longer a corporate shill. Well, kind of are, but you're still not like you're back. We're here to set the record straight and to put the gaming industry to rights.
That's right. That's right. Each week we're going to dive ass first into the soup that is the games industry news, and hopefully talk about good things as well as soup. And there's plenty of exciting stuff to talk about this week, right? There's so many cool things to unpack, and some less good things, which we'll get to. But let's talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff, right? I'm a big Ass Creed fan. I love my Assassin's Creed. Yeah. We're getting Black Flag again, baby. We're getting Ass Creed Black Flag Resynced July 9th. I think it's July 9th. Yeah, big showcase reveal 10 days ago, I think, at the point we're recording this. I'll be honest, I love Black Flag. I do. I like pirates. I love Sid Meier's Pirates, and this is basically the closest thing to Sid Meier's Pirates. Very true. In the modern day that we've ever had. I don't think that Black Flag needed a remake.
I mean, it kind of shows that it was like perhaps one of the last times that Assassin's Creed was successful. Like universally, it was successful. Like it was brilliant. I mean, it had ship combat, it had pirates. I mean, that's all it needed. But it also had Edward Conway. Like he was perhaps one of the better received protagonists that Assassin's Creed's ever had. And it was a good fun. But you're right. Did we need Black Flag to come back? I will say this. I love Black Flag. I love the Ezio trilogy, obviously. Who doesn't? I do think, some of I think it was Unity that introduced the crouch button, and going back and dipping back into Black Flag, that is sorely missed. So I think some of the mechanics, some of the more modern mechanics being introduced back into Black Flag will make it an even better game. Definitely. But you're right. Edward's such a great protagonist. Daddy was a Templar. And that's the thing. Like it is just about still an Assassin's Creed game. It's still Assassins versus Templars. It's still rooted in Assassin's Creed sort of meta universe in a way that the RPG games have struggled with a little bit, in my opinion. But I'm very glad to see it back. I will happily rebuy it. But I go back and I play it on PS4, and I'm like, that's still quite a good looking game, guys. And I wonder if they've gone to the Naughty Dog school of let's reboot games that really don't particularly need it, so we can print some money. And Ubisoft, by all accounts, seems to need some money. A little bit,
probably fight off all the lawsuits there. But yeah,
it's. The thing is, if you're going to do that game and they do it really well, does this mean that they will eventually get to doing Assassin's Creed, like the Ezio trilogy, as you said? Like, if they remake those, do we need them? No. Will I buy them and play them? You bet I will. Like, especially Brotherhood. But maybe they're testing the waters with this, because people know that pirates are awesome. And
we've had Ezio remastered, haven't we? But I don't think this is a complete remake in the Anvil engine.
Yes.
Loads of mechanical tweaks and upgrades, dynamic weather, ray tracing, overhauled combat, overhauled stealth, new Blackbeard content. It's
and new characters as well, like new officers that you can get. So there'll be actual new content on top of everything else.
It's a shame. It's a shame we're not getting the Adewale DLC.
Yeah.
But I get why. I do sort of get why. I suppose it's still a bit disappointing. But I understand the desire to sort of focus on Edward and Edward's story, because it was almost like a standalone DLC.
Yeah. I think the one thing that'll be interesting to see is, because they mentioned that they're going to be changing the modern day story a bit to be more, I don't know, so newcomer friendly, because of course that was coming off the end of the whole Desmond story, and you still had Danny Wallace, but it'll be interesting to see how they take that, because they've said that the modern day story will be more reflective of Edward's inner struggles. Whatever that means. So it'll be very interesting to see how they tie that together, because I'm one of those people who actually kind of liked the modern day story. Like, I was quite intrigued to see what they were doing and the way that they went into the past to kind of like be informed of the future and all that, like, you know, evil corporation conspiracy stuff. But then it is Ubisoft, and who knows how it will turn out. So
I'm excited though. I think it's nice to see. It's nice to see them dipping back into something like that. And look, Ubisoft, if there's no way you're listening to this, but if you were, and you know, it made sick bank, and you just felt it necessary to just resurrect that remake, the other remake you were working on that was like 80% complete, and give us Sands of Time. For the love of God, I don't really. Forgive this ranty digression, but I do not understand how you shit can an 85% done game that would literally print money. It's the best. It Sands of Time's so good.
It's the new trend, though, isn't it? Get a game to 80% and then stop. I mean, Naughty Dog have done it. Like,
that's very true.
It's the new trend. All the cool kids are doing it. So,
or better yet, get a live service game to release and then drop it immediately.
Oh yeah.
Just can we stop doing this, please, industry? Can we? The human cost is one thing, and is awful, but like there's just no reason for it. And also, people love single player games.
Yes, they do.
Like, commercially, Pragmata sold 1 million copies in 2 days. Like, sort it out.
You know what? That's good. You know what? I'm so happy that the kind of like the double A to triple A sphere is kind of now kicking off, and you're getting those sort of games. Perhaps that's what they need to do. Perhaps this is why Ubisoft are doing like Black Flag, to kind of like go, oh yeah, well perhaps we should be kind of like focusing back on single player and experiences people will remember and enjoy. I hope so. I hope this is the start of sensible Ubisoft. So, I believe it, Matt.
I believe it.
Ooh.
Go. real deep dive industry joke there. But yeah, where does Black Flag rank for you? For me, it's like it is second after the Ezio series, because I get why some people don't like it, because it does issue. It's not the stealthiest game. It's a bit more pirates first than assassins first. But like, yeah, as I said, I love Sid Meier's Pirates. It's the closest thing I'm ever going to get to like modern Sid Meier's Pirates. But where does Black Flag rank for you?
I mean, you say the Ezio trilogy. Let's get so specific, right? My favorite AC game has to be Brotherhood. Straight up.
Same. Straight up.
Brilliant. Like the again, the modern day story kind of like was fantastic, and the bit at the end that was the ultimate twist because they couldn't afford Kristen Bell was amazing. I thought it was just superb. It was, so for me it would be Brotherhood, Black Flag, probably 2 after that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think Brotherhood's a 10 out of 10 game for me. I thought, 2 is a 9 out of 10 game, and I think Black Flag's a 9 out of 10 game. Yeah. Like, Brotherhood for me took everything that was great about 2 and just sent it to the moon. I will admit I haven't played through it in some time. But yeah, because I think I reviewed it back in the day. I think I gave it a perfect mark because it was just so good. And I miss Assassin's Creed games being games that you could actually complete. Because I really struggled with Valhalla, man. Odyssey and Valhalla were like, there are some lovely bits in those games, but they never end. They just never end.
I struggled with Odyssey as well. Like, it was just so. It was
like, I love those eras, man. Like, I love Vikings. I love ancient Greek mythology. I really wanted to love those games, and Ubisoft decided, nah, we're going to inflate this bigger than Mr. Creosote, motherfuckers. Yeah. So it's just like, I know. Stop feeding me wafer thin mints, you French bastards.
Come on, go pick up that feather. Go get it. It's only a wafer thin. Yeah. I'll tell you what, actually, because it was brought up earlier, I also feel that in retrospect, now that we've seen what Assassin's Creed has become with its RPG stuff and all that sort of stuff, I think that Unity actually deserves a bit more love than it got. I mean, yes, okay, did it give us nightmares when it first came out with its horrible, like, skinless faces and all that sort of stuff? Yes. Was it janky as all hell when it first came out? Yes. But my God, when you look at it now that they've kind of sort of fixed it, and it's a beautiful game. The traversal actually was brilliant. Like you say, the fact that they actually had the duck mechanic and they're bringing that back for Black Flag it just shows you just how good the parkour was actually in that game. It was just a mess. And
yeah, I think I reviewed that one as well at the time. I think it was one of the last ones I did for the website.
Yeah.
The website. I think the website. And I think the process of reviewing really it killed that part of my career. Like Assassin's Creed Unity killed my reviewing career. I was so done with games after, because we used to get copies real close to release, and yeah, it was so broken. And so janky, and I had to crush it in like 3 days, which is no way to play a game, especially not one that you're looking forward to and you enjoy. And I'm yet to go back to it, but I've heard the similar, it's like the same sort of thing that you're saying there, in terms of like, actually it really deserves its flowers now that it's been kind of fixed and is in much better shape, and the design of it and the elements it introduced. And I completely agree with you. Like it probably deserves far more love than it got upon first release. And actually, I asked this question over on my personal channel the other day, like talking about Black Flag and asking folks what their favorites were. And, several people were like, Unity, man, because it's just, I didn't play it immediately on release, or I revisited it after, and I just got this brand new appreciation for just how well designed it really is. So yeah, shout out Unity, shout out Syndicate as well, because Victoria and London was so great. And Rogue, because Arctic Templar pirates are just as cool as, in fact, Arctic more cool than Caribbean Golden Age of piracy pirates.
So funny, love it.
But yeah, there's some cracking games in the Assassin's Creed series.
So yeah, I'm super excited. Black Flag, I will play.
Yes. I'm also very excited for Blood of Dawnwalker, which we're recording this on Wednesday. It just had a reveal the day before. Rebel Wolves, a bunch of devs who worked on The Witcher 3, striking out, creating their own dark fantasy series. And 14th century Europe. You play a recently turned vampire, basically, like whole different skill sets between sort of like your day character and your night character. Controversial, maybe, time restrictions.
I think that's the most interesting part of it. I think we need more games with that kind of sense of urgency. Like, it's not quite the the Dead Rising level of kind of like you've only got 24 hours sort of thing, but I like the fact that there's a limit. Like we've had this discussion loads of times, haven't we, in the past, in terms of like, we don't have the time to play games anymore. We're adulthood, man, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Having that limit, I think, is a really good and healthy thing, because it means that you've got this amount of time to play through the game. You know where to start, when to finish. It's almost kind of like it's teaching the next generation how to prioritize and to time manage. So thanks for that, Rogue Wolves. Also vampires. So it's great. I that's the most interesting and exciting aspect for me, for sure.
I think it's really interesting. I can understand people's frustration when they're like, well, I'm only going to experience like a fractional element of this in one playthrough, because like you say, people have limited time. But I do think that it's one of those things where, and these devs have been rooted in games where you have branching narratives that have, The Witcher as a series is all about empowering you with choices that have deep, resonant reactions and consequences, right? It's choice and consequence. And I think, that's a real simple but real effective way of saying, okay, cool, how am I going to spend this in-game afternoon? Because there are 5 quests I could potentially do, and I have to choose carefully. It makes all of those choices weightier because you can't go back. Which is it's one of the frustrations in real life. And I suppose it's going to go into why you play games to a certain degree, because I think I'm guilty of this as well. I'm guilty of save scumming. I'm guilty of
we all do it, Matt. It's fine.
Jumping ahead sometimes.
We all do it. You do it as well. Don't deny it. You.
So I think, sometimes it's nice to be able to have those game elements that allow you to re-roll that dice or replay that decision and take it in a different branching way. But I think, the nature of role playing is that you roll with those consequences as well. And I think there'll be plenty of folks that are really, really excited. I'm ambivalent, right? It depends which side of the bed I get out of in the morning. Am I going to be annoyed or really excited by this? And I can kind of see both sides of it, which I know is a cop-out answer, but it's really intriguing me. And I'm intrigued because I don't really know myself if I'm going to love or hate that mechanic, to be honest. I think it's probably I'm going to love it, and it'll be a game I play multiple times and attempt in multiple different ways, in the same way that you do with a Baldur's Gate.
Absolutely. I think that's the main thing. Will it bring back the replayability aspect of single player games?
Yeah.
Because I think that has always been one of the main reasons you've had studios lean into doing multiplayer side of stuff, because it's that'll keep the player base coming back. And there've been good examples of that. There've been bad examples of that. I mean, Mass Effect 3 was very controversial with its multiplayer aspect, which is such a shame because I actually really liked the multiplayer for that.
It was very solid.
It was amazing. But it's the fact that this offers the chance to give replayability and unique playthroughs and stories. It will give the old content creators their chance to be well, this is how I did it, sort of thing, and the choices that they make. I am quite excited by Blood of the Dawnwalker. I think it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, look, you had me at former Witcher 3 devs, right? And I was lucky enough to see it in action last year at Gamescom. It was a hands-off. It wasn't we weren't able to get hands-on with it, but it's if you took a bit of footage, well, you can see it in the gameplay videos that are out now. It's one of those games that you can see the legacy, you can see the Witcher in there, the camera angle, the over-the-shoulder third-person perspective. It's very similar. The world it inhabits is very, very similar, albeit different mythologies, right? So I think that's really, really, really exciting as someone who absolutely loved The Witcher 2 and 3. I think, yeah, it's there's a lot going for it, and yeah, I think the human by day, vampire by night combo, the different powers you're going to be able to or different skills you're going to be able to kind of unlock, really exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Medieval Blade.
Yes, please. And I want that steelbook because it looks really nice. I don't think I need the collector's edition, but I really do. I do love a good steelbook for a game that I love. I'm not going to get steelbooks for everything, but I do appreciate a steelbook, a nice one, the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 one, which is somewhere on my shelves back there, is gorgeous as well. It just gives a more a second chance at appreciating a game's sort of art, and you get sort of secondary art for those things when they're done right, and it's really nice. Also, shout out the Resident Evil Requiem one as well.
I didn't see that one actually.
Really like
I
that.
should really have to look that up.
But yes, Blood of Dawnwalker. We're eating good, man. There's some great games coming out, and I'm so excited for Bond as well. Yeah, man, IO. That's a match made in heaven. And I'm very glad that they're no longer going to be distracted by trying to publish absolute dross like Mindseye, which leads us quite nicely into
what a segue. Oh, Have not lost it at all. Not even skipped a beat. What a segue. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Unlike Mindseye.
Yeah, let's talk about
and its
Mindseye, man.
DLC.
Let's talk about the ugly reality of Mindseye.
Oh God! Oh, this is right. Okay, we haven't rambled and ranted about something in a while, so I'm just gonna loosen up.
Limber up.
Let's
limber up.
For Blacklisted, which was released yesterday at the time of recording, and what? Like we had this expectation going into this, didn't we? That we were going to find out the truth about why Mindseye failed.
It's a bad game, guys. That's the truth.
No, it can't be. We don't make bad games. Like, this is coming from the people who brought you Grand Theft Auto. Like, this was the game-changing game that allowed you to be able to go and create your own stuff with its own engine and everything. It can't fail. It's not them. It's the children that are wrong. It's no. It's the fact that. I mean, I don't know. We've got to try and get the cliff notes of this because there's just so much to unpack on this. But the fact that they did a bit of DLC that did not have any checkpoints or saves, so if you die in it, you have to restart it. Great decision there. The fact that they've put in this kind of ambiguous evidence that it was the ex-employees were sabotaging the game, that they were brought down by a YouTuber who I've never heard of, with 10,000 followers. They were the reason it failed. They were the reason. Definitely wasn't the fact that it was a terrible game that was broken, that had just an absolute mess of a story. No, none of that. None of that. It was definitely the YouTubers. They're going to be coming for us next, Matthew.
I mean, probably.
With our very minuscule audience as it currently is, please tell your friends about this podcast. Like, they're going to be coming for us. Like, it's an absolute mess. And not to mention the character, as you pointed out when we spoke about this before the recording, they basically stole the design from Tomb Raider Underworld.
Yeah. Like, it looks terrible. Trying to air your dirty laundry in public. This whole thing of like we were sabotaged from the inside and YouTubers are to blame. And I think they name like the agency repping the YouTubers in the DLC.
Yeah,
it's
Ritual
just
Network. Yes.
Absolute. There are no words. There are no words. Like, just when you thought this omnishambles couldn't get any worse, like they're doubling down on their own clusterfuck. There's a part of me that wants to play it.
Yeah. But also
right? just to see. But I don't know if you've actually dipped into Mindseye. It is real bad.
I did not play Mindseye. I did test out Everywhere when it was still Everywhere and not Arcadia, I think it's now called. So I tested that out, and it was just poorly optimized. And this was a week before Mindseye came out. It was poorly optimized. It was not good. Whoever thought that it was good needed a firm reality check, and unfortunately, the failure of the game, their staff having to be laid off, still hasn't been enough of a reality check. It's like the fact that they've wanted to do this DLC and release it. It's like, what kind of lawyer told them that it was a good idea? And it turns out, apparently, from what I've read, they don't have any. So that's the reason why it's out there. Just bad decisions all round. It's
just the Benz just high as a kite, just making terrible decisions. And there's no one left in the office, so it's probably just him rampaging around an empty office.
Everyone's against me. They're all against me, Matt. They're all against me. It's just pure conspiracy theory. Tinfoil hats everywhere. Just
put it in the game. Put it in the game. Put it in the game. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. Cut the losses and move on, guys.
IO, just like they ran. Like
they ran.
Good for them.
They didn't walk. They ran away. Like, get our name off all of this. We need to focus on Bond, and that's the right move. That's the right move, IO. That's the right move. Jesus. I remember like desperately. It's a real like working retail side when that came out. Really, because you're trying. You can't really say anything bad. I remember just trying to do a video, just being like, Mindseye,
buy it from our shop.
Yes, this is a game.
Definitely exists.
What little we've seen of it has been looking promising. That was the thing. Like, it didn't emerge until like literally a couple of weeks before it released. There were no previews. There were no reviews. It was. Yeah, all the alarm bells ringing, and then you're just like, oh, okay, cool. This has got to go to landfill now. It'll make a good coaster. It'll make a good coaster.
That's it. It'll I want to say it'll make a good like collector's item, but I don't even think that'll happen. It's like the ET of our generation, right? Like the fact that we had the landfill full of Atari cartridges back in the 80s. Like it's that level.
Well, you say that. I actually have the ET of our generation. Do I have it on my desk to hand? No, I think it's actually on the shelf. I have a physical copy of Concord.
See, I feel like that's a completely different thing. Like, I don't think that Concord may have necessarily. You won't classify that as a bad game. It just didn't have the audience.
It was just dropped unceremoniously. Yeah. Like, they stopped. Like, they were shipping it, and then days later they went, nah, let's not.
Yeah, like
which is I am so gutted for that team.
Yeah,
I'm so gutted for those teams. And the same thing happened with oh god, what's the fantasy one that basically got shit canned a week after it launched? I can't even remember the name of it.
Highguard, yes.
Highguard.
Oh, that was. I blame the Jeff for that one. Putting it at the very end of the Game Awards when like no one's expecting it, nobody asked for it. Like, it puts such.
I don't think you can blame Jeff though, because Jeff is just a gurning money hole. Right?
I just wanted to blame him. It set up unnecessary expectation, I think.
I agree. I think the marketing team behind that went, oh yeah, let's jump at the chance to put it at the end of the Game Awards. They got that completely wrong. I don't think that's on Jeff. Jeff's going to just take the money and run, right? But I do think it's quite nice to blame Jeff. I agree with you. But
it's quite cathartic.
But like, whoever thought, oh yeah, this is. And I feel desperately sorry for the devs, because I'm like, I am. There's a part of me that's like, make the game that you want to make ultimately, but I feel like we've had so many really, really horrible wake up calls to like stuff that many of us have been saying for years, which is there's still an audience for single player games. Stop putting all your money into live service stuff. Yeah. There's only room for, there's finite room for that stuff. Like, even. It's bad when even Epic are laying off people.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that you can't grow forever. And that's it's just a lesson that people fail to learn, execs fail to learn time and time and time again. And ultimately they're never the ones who pay for it. It's always the devs, it's always people on the ground, it's always people underneath them that pay the price. It doesn't need to be this way. Yeah.
It's been a real hard couple of years for the industry. As a result, I mean, we're still seeing it. Like, that, there are going to be more layoffs. Unfortunately, it's just the sad reality of the way things are. And I just hope that from the ashes of these absolutely terrible management decisions and delusional execs, that we get the rise of studios like. Damn it, can't remember the name of them, but we get products like Expedition 33, that we get teams that come together and make the games that they want, and essentially give us awesomeness. Like, give them room to breathe, do what they want. That's what I want. That's what I want.
And I think that's absolutely right. And going back to Dawnwalker, something like that. Yeah, it's creative vision, right? Not your game isn't going to be for everyone. So like, just going back to that time mechanic, I think, if you believe in it and you believe in the impact it's going to have on your game and your storytelling and the emotional resonance of the choices, and that's something that's a fundamental pillar of your game, back it. Like believe in your creative vision, because that's exactly what Samfall did with Expedition 33, and look how many awards that thing won. I absolutely love that game, and it's just such a breath of fresh air. Obviously that's been going on in the indie space for years and years and years, but like it's greatly pleasing to me that we're seeing this return of what I would call premium / luxury AA. And Pragmata's another example of that. Like Capcom are having a killer year. But like I was hoping we'd see sort of 8s for that, and then to have a meta score that's sort of above that sort of 85, 86 threshold is lovely to see. I still don't like how much weight gets put on Metacritic, and that sort of homogenized number is not something that I find particularly useful personally, but that execs do, and that bigwigs do, and so I was absolutely gassed for the devs on that game to see it just to see it do so well. So yes, industry, take note. Like smaller teams with great creative vision can make awesome things that sell well, that sell really well.
I'm sure all 1,000 of the execs watching this podcast will take that on board.
Maybe that's what I'm. Maybe we need to change our positioning and like appeal to those folks. Speaking of execs, not the greatest segue I've ever done, but I do want to talk a little bit about Microsoft.
Yes.
And normally I would be ragging on Microsoft left, right, and center, because for the best part of a decade, their strategy has been completely inexplicable, just going all the way back to the Xbox One. What are they doing? Nobody knows. Just baffling decisions. Cuddly Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond are gone. Yep. Obviously, Asher Sharma's come in, and we were like, oh, background in AI and stuff. That doesn't bode well. But actually, like, she's come in and cut the price of Game Pass. Gone. If you care about Call of Duty, you can pay for that. But otherwise, no. Let's get that out there. And appears to be kind of rolling back the everything is an Xbox. She's spoken positively about Project Helix, positively about, the Xbox console is still a fundamental part of this business, and seems to be re-embracing and trying to reinvigorate what Xbox is as a brand, which I think can only be a good thing if you're an Xbox fan. And it's actually been quite positive.
It really has. I'm just happy, like you say, that the Game Pass decision is brilliant. Like, as someone who does not care much about Call of Duty, this is great for me, because it means that I can actually pay the price is now a bit more than it was like 12 months ago, but still, like, inflation is happening, we're all spending more, so we're going to be spending a little bit more. That's fine. I think that price point for Game Pass is brilliant, because the amount of games on there is still fantastic. Like, I would love to play through what was it that's on there now? Like, I've still got Starfield to go through, and I want to do that, and mainly for the Star Wars mod. Like, that's the real reason.
Oh yeah,
because I wouldn't pay for Starfield, but if Game Pass, it's a great way of doing it. I mean, I played through Expedition 33 using Game Pass.
Same.
And
and then bought it because I was like, I need to give these developers some money.
Exactly, and I think that's for me the beauty of Game Pass. You don't have it all the time; you just get it for the games, and then sort of like, there's a hidden gem, I might play that. But it was getting too expensive; it was getting ridiculous, So this price point is far, far better. It's a win for consumers.
It is. We did get the price hike a few months back, which was not great for consumers. I did always think that Microsoft had sort of the actual sort of value prop of Game Pass was always a bit ridiculous, to be honest. So it was a price hike was kind of inevitable, particularly at the top end. I'm glad, it's good to see them roll it back a little bit and go, well, actually, do people care about this as part of Game Pass? And the Call of Duties, they come eventually, and I think there's merit there in kind of rotating those in and out, because there are plenty of people like you and I who don't play the multiplayer element of COD and will dip into those games to smash through what are still fairly entertaining Michael Bay popcorn fluff experiences that can take sort of 4 or 5 hours. And yeah, I don't want to pay for the full game for that, but like I will merrily dip into a year, 2, 3 year old COD to do that on Game Pass. Do I need them at launch? Nah, not really.
Yeah, I'm more interested in stuff like Indiana Jones, like that.
100%.
Phenomenal. Again, another one I played on Game Pass. You're right. Like, it's Call of Duty. Yeah, I can leave that. I will happily sacrifice that for all the games. And because it has turned into more of a live service game, Call of Duty, with with its seasons and its Warzone and everything like that, it's got its audience. It's like I was about to say FIFA. It's like Sport FC or whatever it is that is now the football game from EA. Like it's got its audience. It will never go away. There are people who only play those games. They will always get the money from that. So to have that option for us more well-rounded cultural gamers, it's great news. It's fantastic news. Another point that you brought up earlier I'd like to kind of get to is the fact that they're trying to focus more back on the Xbox brand, and the whole thing of it's not going to be, everything's an Xbox and all that sort of stuff. What I'm hoping is this new approach is that it reinvigorates Microsoft and Xbox as a brand itself to push out unique, good games. Because I think we've lost that. It'll be interesting to see, like, as you...
tailback.
Yeah, it's like, I want good Halos. Like, yes, okay, we're getting campaign evolved or whatever it is. Like, that's going to be great. I think I'm very much looking forward to that. But I want them to come out with new, exciting games to really bring Xbox back up to the levels it was during the 360 era. And not just for Microsoft. I think this will be a good thing if that happens for PlayStation, because they have coasted since the PlayStation 5. And they've not needed to do anything, because they do have their set games. They can keep re-releasing The Last of Us in a new edition and people will buy it. It will be good for the industry overall. I want to see it because we want good games. We want good things. Give us good things. I can't believe I'm saying this, but save us, Microsoft.
I think competition's good in that regard, right? Like, I understand their strategy of, let's put all of our games on PlayStation as well, and there must be some slight satisfaction in seeing, sort of 6, 7 out of the top 10 games on PlayStation are Microsoft games. But I agree with you. I think the healthiest era was that, and we are biased because we grew up like we weren't sort of our kind of our early 20s, I suppose. That Xbox 360, PS3 era when both companies were really, really on fire, and you had great exclusives on both sides and great reasons to buy on both sides. And I'm interested to sort of know where Microsoft's going with that, because if their games are just all are on everyone else's consoles, then why do I need an Xbox? So if you're reinvigorating the Xbox brand, ultimately you have to reinvigorate the Xbox ecosystem. And Play Anywhere is a beautiful thing, and there are some great, wonderful tech pieces as part of the Xbox ecosystem right now. I still enjoy playing more on an Xbox Series S. An Xbox Series X, not an S, than I do on my PS5, because I just prefer the Xbox gamepad. I love the DualSense. It's a wonderful, and I can appreciate it as a piece of kit, as an ambitious gamepad. But I like asymmetrical stick placement, and I think genuinely since the Xbox 360, Microsoft's just been refining that pad, but they nailed it back then. The Xbox One pad was, again, it's like Assassin's Creed 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10, and the Series S basically just added a middle button. It didn't really change a huge amount, right? So I think from an experience level, I'd love to see Microsoft smash it again. I'm very, very fortunate enough to have a PS5, a Switch 2, and an Xbox Series X. I just think, if they can get their shit together, work out their ass from their elbow, and finally work out, okay, what do we want Xbox to actually be? It should probably be a gaming company, guys.
I don't know. What about TV? TV, sports, TV. Xbox, TV. Go home.
Bring back Connect. Said no one ever.
We need Milo. Milo's going to save the gaming industry, isn't he?
I think I'd expunged Milo from my brain. Holy shit. But I'm really interested. Like, what does Project Helix become? Like, and how do they bridge that gap again between PC and console? And what do they do to protect their IP as part of that? Because, there's a future there where maybe they bring their exclusives back, and it is Xbox ecosystem. But they have to make that, like, if you're going to have Halo on a PlayStation, you have to make sure that the best experience is still on Xbox, which I don't believe they're doing a good job in selling that. No. Otherwise they wouldn't have had to put their games on a PlayStation.
Absolutely. I mean, they said in one of the interviews that they now fully admit that Microsoft are the underdog at this point, and it's good.
Yeah, it's been that way. It's been that way for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
And they are themselves to blame, because, as you said, they've allowed Sony to coast because they kept shitting the bed. So yeah, I'd like a healthier Xbox brand as well to light a fire under Sony's ass.
Yeah.
Let's have that.
More fire.
Last thing to touch on, because we were just talking about controllers there. Let's talk about the Steam controller, because we're going to be able to order it from May 4th. Star Wars Day approaches, and with it, a Steam controller. What do we think about this? It's very different to the Owlface.
Oh, old Owlface.
Which I loved for its derpiness, but I hated actually in the hands. It felt like, when you were a kid and you're like, you've got the official controller, and then you've got, for like the GameCube or the PlayStation or whatever, and then you've got like the third party controller, it just feels like shit build quality, and it's a little bit wank. And you give that to your mate.
Yep.
That's what the Owlface felt like.
It really was. In the fact that, as well, you were essentially poking the owl's eyes with your thumbs.
Jamming it into his eyes.
Leave him alone. But
also, like the gaps. There was the gaps on the back buttons on the back of the gamepad were enormous. Like, the build quality was, for Steam, the build quality was a bit far off what I was expecting and hoping for. But I own a Steam Deck. They've gotten much better over the years, and the controller basically looks like someone scooped the screen out of a Steam Deck and then sort of just jammed the two sides together. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's all they needed to do. Like, I know so many people who have a Steam Deck, and it's a great piece of kit. Like, it's like you say, it's the fact that it's made PC games more accessible anywhere. Essentially kind of like borrowing all the ideas from the Switch in terms of being able to like be its own device but can project. Like, it's a fantastic idea. And so making a controller that's just for that, for gaming PC paupers like myself who don't have a Steam Deck is brilliant. I suppose the interesting aspect to all of this, though, is the price point, because I've seen a lot of debate in the fact that it's going to be around about £85 here in the UK. And it's that in between standard controller and your top end, like your Dual Sense Edge or your the Pro controller for the Xbox. Like it's that weird in between. And I guess the real question here is, do the features that come with the Steam controller justify the price point that it's at? It's that weird in between, and it's going to be very interesting to see whether it finds the success that it needs or deserves when it comes out in May.
Yeah, I think it's really, I don't really know who it's for yet, because all of my game controllers that I own for my Xbox and my PS5 work on my PC. I still do have a Steam Link. So if I wanted to, I could plug that into the back of my TV, and I still do have my Owl Face, which obviously goes with the Steam Link. So and this will pair with the Steam Link as well. But given that we don't, Steam machines, they said they were well, the Steam Cube has been long rumored. We've seen pictures of it. Yep. You still don't have any release information on it. It's weird to me that they're releasing the controller before the thing that warrants the controller in a way. And I'm like, yeah.
I think that decision has been forced out of their hands, hasn't it? Because the way that the price of RAM has gone up, like it was a case of we either wait until, I don't know, the end of the year, maybe next year, and when we can release them both, or we can get this out of the way now and people can get it in their hands, they can get used to it. Maybe the price will be able to go down a little bit before the Steam Deck comes in. So the Steam Deck, the Steam machines come through. Like I can understand why they're doing it now. It's almost an acceptance of, we're going to have to wait a bit, which is sad because I say that, I'm not sure what the price point is going to be for these new Steam machines. I think it's probably going to be a bit pricier than we would like it to be. I'm far more excited for the Steam Frame, personally. Standalone VR experience, but can be used with the PC. Like that, for me, is going to be far more of a jump that I would expect from Valve. But as far as the controller goes, yes. Who's it for? It'll be interesting to see.
To be fair, I think the internet infrastructure, certainly in the UK, is vastly improved versus the. I can't even remember. Was it like when was the original Steam? When were the original Steam machines, Steam Link, Steam Control? Was it 2015? We're going back 10 years. So yeah, like the internet infrastructure is vastly improved. So like the Steam Link, cloud streaming is viable now in a way that it simply wasn't 10 years ago, right? Like it was so bad.
Rest in peace on live.
Rest in peace on live.
Yeah, I remember that. My God.
And yeah, I own a PS Portal, and it works like an absolute dream. So the Link works. So one would assume that the Link, I haven't plugged it in yet, but the Link would work better, and so therefore, an upgraded Steam controller with that is very, 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 actually is quite attractive. I think I just answered my own question there. But yeah, the thing with the Steam machines is an interesting one because, obviously, our heavy use of AI and all of the data centers for all of these LLMs are massively driving up the price of components and the price of RAM. Is that bubble going to burst anytime soon? Like,
I would like it to.
I
don't think
I
it's
agree,
going to.
but I'm like, are we expecting a pendulum swing anytime soon for those prices?
I mean, there's talk now about laptops and things like that having soldered in RAM, so you won't be able to upgrade them. In motherboards as well, and that makes me a sad panda as someone who really enjoys making like their own PCs and things. Like I don't want that to be the case. I think, we're only just in the UK getting to the point where it's going to be law. It's like 2027, I think, where mobile phones have to have replaceable batteries. Like, I like that whole thing of being able to, the right to repair, isn't it? Like, I want to be able to replace the things that I want to, or upgrade the things I want to. I really hope we don't get to that point.
Yeah.
And I think that might be why Valve are waiting. It's like, do we have it so that we can have upgradable components? Is it that we've just got to solder everything in because that's the way the industry's going? Yeah, I want good prices again. I want Freddos to be 10p again. Like that's what I want. Like it's just sad.
We just want nice things.
Yeah.
We just want nice things. But we are getting some nice games. There are some wonderful games on the horizon, and some terrible ones getting dodgy DLC. But that's episode 1 of the Game Buzz, Carl.
Oh my God, we did it. We did it. Hey!
10 years have passed.
Who'd have thought?
Bringing the Game Buzz back.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's good to be back. It's
good to be back.
Been awesome to get back into the swing of things. Talk about the industry again. It's been lovely. It's lovely to be with you, man. And you.
Likewise, man. And you, dear viewer listener. All one of you. No, if you've made it this far, thank you very, very, very much. Do smash the like button, as people like to say. Drop us a follow, drop us a sub. If you are listening to this on, well, wherever you're listening to this, please drop us a review if you enjoyed the show. And yeah, we'll hopefully be back for many more of these to come.
Yes.
Deep diving ass first into the viscous soup that is the games industry.
Yeah, all this talk of soup, I really want to get some soup now. Actually, right.
Yeah, I'm really hungry. Hungry.
Last question: best soup.
Oh, I'm going to be controversial.
Okay.
Because I don't actually rate soup as a meal. I have this conversation with my wife all the time. I don't believe soup's a meal. It's like it's a starter, or it's very. Like a stew is different because I feel like a stew has more things in it, and then you get like half a loaf of like crusty bread and just be like,
oh.
Yeah, I love a chicken soup. I love a chicken noodle soup. If we're branching out into Japanese broths, then it's any kind of ramen basically is just goated.
It is. Even a light miso soup just can be delightful.
Yeah, but again, when I go to a Japanese restaurant, I will get that.
Yeah, it's the sidekick to your main meal.
It's the Robin to like Makatsu's Batman.
It is true. It's very true. I would say I rate a tomato and red pepper. Like that, it is a delicious soup. Or mulligatawny. Like, a spicy soup.
Gesundheit.
It is. Oh, I'm so hungry now.
I'm so hungry
now. Right.
I don't even know what's in mulligatawny soup.
Don't you know? It's basically like a curry soup.
We've just established I am not a soup guy.
Right. So it's basically kind of like a curry soup with like bits of sort of like beef meat in there, rice.
Oh, okay.
It's super lovely. It's
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Would rate
I do just love a cream of chicken. I also love chowder. So like I made a chowder like a few weeks back that was just like, yeah, haddock and prawns and sweet corn, and it was good.
What about a bisque?
Oh, the salamander bisque tastes like shit. So don't go for that.
And on that very old school reference.
That very old school, incredibly niche, escapist, archive, deep cut.
Oh,
Thanks for listening if you've made it this far.
yes,
We appreciate you. And yeah, hopefully we will see you again very, very soon.
bye.
Bye.
We're professional.
Love it.